Hey everyone, this is Dr. Sapneil from Sapneil Tutoring Incorporated. Today we're going to be talking about the differences between the SSAT and Isee. We're going to just focus a little bit on the testing itself and the structure, the content, the number of questions, and number of minutes. So there is a lower level, middle level, and an upper level on both the SSAT and Isee, and those depend on what grade level you're starting at. The general structure of the Isee versus the SSAT is that the Isee is about 161 questions, about 2 hours and 40 minutes, whereas the SSAT has about 2 hours and 35 minutes. Another thing is the scoring mechanism. You get 1 point for everything you get correct on the Isee and 0 points for leaving something blank or getting it incorrect. Whereas on the SSAT, you get a quarter point deducted on something that you answer and get wrong. So for example, you can answer 10 questions, get 8 right and 2 wrong, and you'll only get 7.5 points, okay? Because you get a quarter point deducted for each of those wrong questions that you got. So you gotta be careful in terms of guessing strategy when you're on the SSAT. The next thing is that there's a writing sample in the SSAT, as well as there's an essay at the end of the test on Isee. You come to a quant section that's about 30 minutes, 25 questions, very similar to the 35 minutes, 37 questions on the Isee. And then you have 40 questions, reading comprehension, followed by 36 on the Isee. So very similar. And then you end with a verbal section on the SSAT, and you end with the math section on the Isee. It's followed by an essay on the Isee, and a quant section on the Isee, and an essay on the SSAT. Overall, the content and organization, there's about 8 passages on the SSAT versus 6 passages on the Isee and the reading comp. The quant section is a little bit more in depth on the Isee, and then also there's synonyms on both verbal sections on both exams. And the essay is a little bit more creatively driven on the Isee versus the SSAT. So these are just some of the comparison samples and contrast samples of both exams. Make sure to watch our video on everything you need to know for SSAT and everything you need to know for Isee, because we go a little bit more in depth. Thank you so much, and we look forward to helping you achieve your academic goals.